Hi guys, welcome to another video diary. I wanted to make sure that I set some time aside today to film this because I promised and I wanted to I need something new on the YouTube channel. So this is gonna be a little bit of like an update on what's been going on in my life / candle talk. So if you guys are interested in watching, keep on watching. Okay, so before we even get started on the video diary of the candle portion, I'm gonna paint my nails while I update you guys on everything that's been going on in my world. My nails are stained yellow because of the green polish that I was like sporting green polish for a couple weeks, and I don't put a base coat, which I obviously need to start doing because some of these polishes stain the shit out of your nails. So I have gross yellow stained nails and it looks really nasty, and I was supposed to paint them today, but then I was like, I'm doing candles. So I didn't want to what's the point of doing the nails if you're going to make them all messy again? So I'm just going to do a quick top coat, first coat with this color so that I don't have to gross you guys out with my nasty yellow nails, and I don't have to be super self-conscious about it. So updates on my world. Overall, altogether, I have to say, I think I pretty much survived eclipse season pretty damn good. It's now, thank God it's done. So we went through 3 eclipses in the matter of a month and a month and a week, if you want to be technical. But we are completely clear of the eclipse season, so we are good. I think we are still in retrograde, so I believe Mercury is still retrograde. I also believe there's a couple of planets retrograde. Saturn is retrograde, I know that for sure too. Much better. That looks a lot better. I'll do the second coat after the video is done. But yeah, I know some people were really struggling this eclipse season. The only thing I had to say that I felt really negative about was my sleep. I feel like this last week, this full moon that we just had was rough. I didn't get much sleep for the last couple days, I have to say. I feel like I got, sparingly a couple hours here and there, and then my husband started working night shifts, so it's just me and the cats. And I gotta say, at night I get the heebie-jeebies, so I have to get used to, being in the house alone. I gotta get used to sleeping by myself again. I got used to it for 7 months when he was gone, and now I gotta get used to it again for the next couple months. So I do have to say though, I prefer the graveyard shifts when he works graveyards because he's home all day, even though he's sleeping, to catch up on his sleep. He's sleeping most of the day. He is home. So I kind of like it better than his other shifts that he's worked, but we will see if he sticks with it or not, because graveyards is rough on people's schedules, on their sleep schedules, and on your body. So I don't blame him if he doesn't want to keep doing it. But in the meantime, yeah, so I'm getting used to hubby's schedule. My sleep schedule is a little bit wonky because of that. And then of course we had those eclipses and the full moon and the new moon and the full moon, and it's been a lot. Energetically, this world 2020 energetically has been something else, right? But yeah, my sleep schedule's been kind of off, and I've been having the heebie-jeebies. So when I say heebie-jeebies, it's I get creeped out being home alone. I get creeped out especially at night. And I have to say, I think it's also because I've been working on my mediumship. So I've been developing my mediumship, and I have been doing more mediumship readings. And I think because I'm, sensitizing myself, and I'm becoming more I'm feeling it, you know what I mean? It's just, you realize you're not alone in the house, and so you just really start to hone in on that feeling. It's not a bad feeling or anything like that. It's just the creepy creeps. So, so that's been me for the last couple nights. So my sleep schedule, my night schedule has been a little bit off. I've been staying up really late, and I get up like my husband usually gets home around 7:30, and I'm up with him for a few minutes, and then he's like eating breakfast and having coffee, and I go back to sleep. So so it's just a little bit weird. By the time I get up, he's already showered and like in bed to knock out for the next 6 hours, and so I'm just kind of doing my thing when he's here sleeping. So it's a little weird. But you know, the biz, Cackling Moon, has been really thriving. So I have to be super thankful for that, because when the retrograde started, I launched my tarot course literally like a couple days after, I think after Mercury went retrograde. So starting the tarot course, you know, launching that and everything, I have some signups. I'm excited. My first one, I have 2 classes that are so far in the works. So the first one is going to be Wednesday, which is actually 2 days away, because today's Monday. So Wednesday is 2 days away. So that's the one class. And then the other class, it's only one class, one time. But the second run of it is going to be Sunday. So I'm excited. I have students who are registered for Wednesday. I have more this Wednesday class than I do Sunday. But it's still good. So I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to it. I love to teach. I love to talk about tarot. I love to help people. I love to answer questions about stuff that I like to talk about. So so it's gonna be fun. So that's also what's going on. I launched a tarot course like at the beginning of retrograde, and I'm one of those people, like, I don't know if it has to do with my chart, but I have to say, even last year when Mercury was retrograde, I launched my other tarot course, and I sold out on that one. So it was very popular, and it was a really good, you know, experience and all of that. I don't know what it is. The retrogrades really get me pumped, I guess, for the most part. There were some other ones, like when Venus was retrograde, that was when my refrigerator took a crap, but we got our new one. That was another thing that happened, was I have my new refrigerator installed and ready to go, and they took the other one, and so crossing the fingers that everything is good. What else? Other updates. We're just good. We're happy. The cats are good. I don't know. Really there's not too much to update on. My life is still kind of boring. You guys like my little pride cup? Isn't that so cute? Little rainbow hearts. Now that I have my refrigerator, I have iced water again, and I have ice, because I didn't have ice cubes for like the whole month that I didn't have a fridge, which was rough. And especially because summertime started, right? So I had bought this tumbler, like, I think it was in May when I bought it. I was doing like my curbside order from Michael's, and this was on the thing, and I thought it was super cute. So I'm like, totally cute. Couldn't use it though, because I didn't have access to ice for a while. So when we finally got this refrigerator put in, I have ice cubes now, and I can drink my margaritas, and like, oh my God. So so it's really nice to have that, because when I have a tumbler like this filled with ice and water, I'm more likely to drink more water. And that's the other update I have, is I signed up and I joined a mediumship circle. So I'm working on my mediumship, and I wanted to be a part of a community of other mediums, like a private community of mediums, so I can ask questions and just kind of have that support. And then also we have monthly, it's a monthly subscription, so you pay a month, and you get, like, they have there's a day where we go on Zoom and we learn new things, and we talk to each other, and we do practice readings. And so I'm really nervous and excited for it at the same time. I've also, in the meantime, I have signed up for multiple mediumship classes through April, she's a medium as well. Freaking love her. So she was doing a lot of Zoom, online Zoom classes, and they were like 4 hours a class. And I'm telling you, these 4 hours flew by. So I think I signed up for like 4 of her classes, and I just had the last one on Saturday. no, Sunday. So that was fun. And I've been learning a lot. I really feel like these classes that I've been taking have helped me like feel more like daring to try mediumship stuff in the tarot readings and like especially my one-on-ones. So the one-on-ones is when I'm like throwing in mediumship into my sessions, because it's hard for me to do it with the video readings because I don't have your validation like right away. So my video readings, it's more of like channeling intuitive messages, whereas I'm really bringing in some of the mediumship stuff in my one-on-ones. So far so good. It's like giving me, I'm able to practice, but I'm not doing it for free, which is nice because it takes a hell of a lot of energy out of you. So I've done a couple practice mediumship readings for free, and I realized like I can only do a couple of those, but it's so draining. So I'm just like, I need to incorporate it in the reading. So I advertise a tarot reading, but it's like, oh, surprise, guess who? Someone's coming through, like, let's do a message. Doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does, and it's just been helping me. So that's cool. Okay, I want to talk about, well, actually, let me make sure. I hope that that's it. I think that that's really the gist of everything that has been going on in my world. Yeah, let's talk about the candles. So 10 minutes in, candle time. Okay. So candles, you guys, I really wanted to create a product. I've been wanting a product for Cackling Moon for a while. One of the products, which I can't grab it right now because my nails are wet, was I was going to bring in like canvas bags, you know, like little book bags and stuff with Cackling Moon, which I probably might still do, but it's going to be very like probably like 5 bags because it could get expensive. So until I know of like where I could go get something printed and all of that. But so I have a little canvas bag for myself, you know, my ass when I go to the library. Well, back in the day when the libraries were open, like, oh my God, I miss the library. But I would take my Cackling Moon canvas bag with me to put my books in. So that was something that I wanted to sell in my website. I don't know if people would even care. I get excited over those things because obviously it's my logo and it's me, but I'm sure there's like 1 or 2 of you that would appreciate a Cackling Moon tote bag. So maybe one of these days it might come true, but as far as right now, it's a little pricey to do it. So we'll see. But the other idea that I had was I really wanted to come up with a product that I can make and do. And so I was like, I've tried the oils before. I've done that. You guys know a couple years back I did the oils, and as much as I liked it, at the same time it was like, it's just not I didn't feel like my thing. Like it just didn't feel like my thing. So, so that kind of like came and went. And, I really love candles. I do candles all the time. You guys know I'm always buying candles. I'm always dressing them. So I'm like, I want to fucking make a candle. So literally this quarantine time, like I was looking up things to do because I was bored, you know, like you do readings and stuff, but then I'm home and you can't go anywhere. So I was bored and I needed a hobby, something that wasn't tarot. So the candle making really caught my eye. I had bought a candle making kit, like one of those beginner ones, a while back, literally like probably 2 years ago. And I was like, you know what, let me try it. So I took it out of the box. I literally had it in a box still. And I made my first candle, which ended up being this one. So you guys remember. So I made this one, and there was a second one. I don't remember. Oh, he's over on the shelf. So I made my first batch of candles out of that candle kit. And these are big mason jars. I think these are probably 16-ounce mason jars. And it was old wax, so it wasn't anything fancy schmancy, right? It was old wax, and I threw like the herbs in it. I mean, I was just kind of like testing everything out. You can't smell the fragrance oil. If anything, you could smell just the wax. It was a disaster. You could tell the wax was old. You could tell the wax was cheap. It just wasn't, it looked cute before I lit it. And then when I lit it, it was just like a disaster. These were stickers that I still have. I still actually have a few of them. But these were stickers that I had left over from back in the day when I went by Rose. So I was, you know, I was like, okay, maybe I'll make candles with these stickers, blah, blah, blah. This idea came and went because one, the jar, 16 ounce, this is big. So after I realized how much wax you use for, you know, certain size jars, I realized 16 ounce candles may be good for maybe just a couple. It's like specialty ones, but I can't do a whole candle line with this size unless I'm like balling in the money, because it takes a lot. So the 16 ounce candle kind of thing, it's like I may order a box of those now that I'm getting my groove with this whole candle making stuff. But I don't know. I love this. I like this size personally for myself. I love big candles, but it does take a lot of wax. So that was the first. This was literally the first one. So then the evolution of Cackling Moon. So then I did another round. So what I did was I actually ordered wax. So I went to a candle supply website, and I've been watching YouTube videos and this and that. So I've been like learning. So I made my first order, and I ordered wax, and I ordered like all of these, like the tools and stuff that I would need, blah, 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 blah. And then I had 2 jars that I picked up. So I picked up these little jars, I think at the Dollar Tree, and I wanted practice jars, right? So I actually used these with the new wax that I had bought. So these came out way better, but I still hadn't really learned the ratio of how much fragrance oil to put to the wax. Like I was still learning that. So these candles I made without measuring the correct amount of fragrance oil. I just put a shit ton in there. It doesn't have a strong scent. I've learned also that that lavender is very difficult to get the scent out. And also in these, I used lavender. I think this was one of the fragrance oils I bought at Michael's when I bought like my little kit. So I've learned since then that the stuff you could buy at Michael's may not always be the best for like strong scented candles and whatnot. And then I also learned that the essential oils is different from the fragrance oil. So the essential oil may not work as well with the wax as the fragrance oil will. So it's there was 2 different things. So I was learning as I was going, you guys. Like I went in this blind. So these were this is like round 2, right? And as you can see, I got a little bit smarter because I was doing practice candles. So I bought something smaller. So I believe this is, I think this is an 8 ounce jar. It may actually be a 6 ounce. Well, it does. It says it on here, right here, I think. 6 fluid ounces. So this is probably about a 7 ounce jar. I don't know. But anyways, it's small, and I got smarter with that. So I was just like, yeah, practice. So cute. It's still like, I put some herbs and stuff in it, and I've been lighting them. Like I've been using them. Like I'm not going to waste them. This one I may not light because it was literally like, it just was a disaster. It was old wax. But this one, it has a very faint lavender smell. So not super strong. I lit both of them. Yeah, just a very faint lavender smell. But other than that, it was burning pretty nice. I get frosting on the candle though. Like that means like you can't see. It's not clear. It's not a clean. It's not a clean. Are you calling me? Yeah, I'm doing a video. So that means like you can't, it's not a clear burn. And so I was like, I need to figure out my my measurements. So when I made these, I also was not like savvy with the measurements of the wax as well. So I got smart, you guys. I thought I got smart this time around, but I wasn't smart. I wasn't so smart. And then I also had ordered stickers with my logo on it. So that was like a whole new thing. And I thought I was going to use these stickers for my jars, but I ended up doing something else, which I will show you soon. So I got smart. What I ended up doing was I bought a notebook because I'm like, or not bought, this was like an old journal I had. But I was like, I need to write stuff down. I am that person. I am a creature of needing to write lists. Like I need lists. I need to write notes. That's just the way I learn. That's the way I memorize stuff. So I wrote everything down literally in this notebook. Like I have pages upon pages of like the measurements for certain size candles. I have a list of stuff that I bought. So I have like a list of all the supplies that I know I'm going to need to make candles. These are like measurements and stuff for different size jars. And then I have like the wax that I'm using, and then like how hot it should be, like the degrees and this and that. Like I was getting fancy schmancy with everything. I also wrote down the shipping information. So for this different size boxes that I bought, you know, that I'm going to be using. And I also have like everything that I ordered in June. I have, you know, the measurements for my 9-ounce jars and my, you know, if I were to make, you know, if I were to make one 12-ounce jar, this is how much wax and fragrance oil I would need. If I were to do 3 of them, this is how much I would need. Like this saved my life because now when I go and make candles, I don't have to do the math in my head. I don't have to figure it out. It's all written out for me, and it makes a hell of a lot easier. So I recommend anyone watching this, if you watch this for some tips, get a freaking notebook, like write it all down. So now round 3 of these practice candles. So round 3, I actually ordered the jars that I'm going to be using in my candle line. I wanted 2 jars, 2 different sizes, and I ended up buying the 2 sizes that I figure I would be comfortable with making candles with. So the first one is a basic 9-ounce jar. Super cute. It is a straight side mason jar pretty much. There's no you know, little details to the jar like how these have, you know, all this stuff on it. It doesn't have any of that. This is just a straight jar. Just a basic jar. And white lids. I really like the white lids. I think that they just look really clean. Unfortunately, when I did a second batch of candles, I had to order these with silver lids because they didn't have any more white ones. So that was kind of a wah-wah. But that's okay because I have since found another place that I could order these babies from that was actually cheaper. I'm happy. Gonna do another order soon. So that's a twist lid, metal lid, and glass jar. And this was my legit candle that I did a tester for with the wax that I bought, with the fragrance oil measurements that I did. Freaking fell in love with this fragrance oil. The scent is lavender and sage. So pretty. Oh, this candle like never stopped smelling good. So when I had the candle legit done, like the cold throw of the candle, meaning the way it smells when it's not lit, it has a strong scent. Like you can smell it. You could smell it. It smells so good. So anyways, when I burned this baby, I was testing out the amount of wax that I was using, the fragrance oil amount that I used, as well as the wick. So the wick was one thing that I was kind of like, ugh. So the wick I had bought originally, I bought not really sure if it was going to be the right size. It was kind of one thing where I was going based off of reviews. Ended up working out perfectly fine. It does kind of mushroom a little bit at the tip, but you can like easily kind of like flick it off or cut it off with a scissors if you wanted to. I haven't been cutting it off since it's been burning lower, and it burns fine. So it gets a complete burn. It's been burning down. It's obviously still, it's not a clean burn. Like there's still wax residue on the jar, but hey, it's homemade love with love, right? So it smells good. To me, it's like I would rather have a candle that smells really, really good the whole time you have it than one that doesn't smell like shit and then it has like clear glass. Like the clear glass thing is just not a big deal to me. So I've bought candles from other candle makers and theirs don't burn clean. So I don't give a fuck. Like it's not that big a deal to me. So this one smells amazing. And again, I put my sticker on it So I was just like, this is it. This is going to be the look of my Cackling Moon candles. And I have my little warning sticker on there for the fire warning. And it just looks legit, right? So I've been loving this. I've been lighting this like almost every night in my room. It's halfway done, and I've already got like 25 plus hours of burn time. So when you're correctly burning your candle, you let it burn for maybe like two to 4 hours. And then you blow it out, you know what I mean? So if you're gonna let this baby burn all night, all day, obviously you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get a long time with it. But if you light it in increments of like 2 to 4 hours, you will notice a good burn time. So about 50 hours with this size. So this was round 3, and it was pretty much a success. Once I did this, I knew my 9-ounce jars were good to go. So the wax ratio, the fragrance oil ratio, the wicks that I was using, perfect, good to go, love the jar, all of the above. So this was like a success, right? Then I ordered my 12-ounce jars. So this is the 12-ounce. I put my sticker here, and then I was like trying to peel it off because I was gonna use my new labels, but yeah, that was just a disaster. So we'll pay attention to this side of the jar. So this is my 12-ounce jar, and same thing, straight side, little mason jar, white metal lids, love it. And this one I actually used as the the specific ratio for the wax and the fragrance oil. I also used new wicks. So I ordered legit wicks from the candle supply company that I use, and I was very much impressed. It gave a really good strong burn. I let this burn at maybe about 4 hours so far, and I feel like it's got a really good burn. You can smell it. The cold throw on this is strong. This is a Nag Champa candle, and I freaking love it. I actually got this scent in a tester, like a little 1-ounce tester, so I am definitely going to be ordering more of this one because I freaking love this one. It smells like the Crystal Shop, and it's actually probably going to be what I'm going to call it, the Crystal Shop. So it smells really amazing, and the candle wick for this one burns really, really nicely. In fact, it might be just a little bit too big for it, but hey, it burns nice, and it smells good when it's burnt, and it smells good when it's not burnt. So I freaking love it. So this one was a good one. Still gonna be lighting this baby up because I want to see how much burn time I'm gonna get from it. But I figure if I'm getting about 50 plus burn time hours with this one, this is probably gonna be about 70, 75. So yeah. So that is round 3. Round 4 is legit the actual candle. So unfortunately I don't have a 12-ounce to show you guys because my 12 ounces are currently curing. So I made a whole bunch of them today, but I have a whole bunch of 9-ounce candles, and I will show you guys. Actually, I'll do a little panorama for you guys to see. So let's go ahead and end this. Okay, so that was a little look at the candles that I have done and ready to go. So I have 10 of those babies, and then I have a couple more that are currently curing and ready to, awaiting their time. So I let my candles cure at least 3 to 5 days, before I'm gonna actually like ship them out. These will have been curing for quite some time. My other ones will have at least 3 or 4 days on them. So really good, not too bad. They say at least a week if you want to like get that scent really good in there. So we shall see, but they smell really good. So anyways, round 4. So this is like the final look of my candle. So yesterday I actually went and printed out my labels. So I'm going with clear labels on these jars. One, because I'm doing just basic white. I'm not doing any dyes or anything in my candles. I like the way they look as white. But also, oh, my package just came. But also, I just think it looks pretty with the clear. Like, I feel like it just kind of looks really nice. So I'm gonna do it like this, but I maybe eventually, if cost just gets too much, I might just go with white. So it doesn't really matter, either or. But these are the candles, you guys. The label's very basic. It says my, you know, the cackling moon, and the name of this. What? My boxes? My boxes were delivered. Thanks, Bubs. So basically just says the cackling moon, has my little logo there. This is the scent lavender and sage, and I'm calling it Moonrise. So I freaking love it. I think it's super cute. It looks so, so, so nice. It just says lavender and sage at the bottom. It has the title of the candle, and then in lavender and sage, it tells you 9-ounce candle, hand poured with love, 100% soy wax. And then on the sides, it has my little info. So of course it has my website info and my Instagram info. So I'm really, really, really pleased. My candles, while supplies last, I have little moon charms that I had bought years ago. So back when I was doing those oils, I had bought these for the oils, but I'm going to use them for my candles. So little charm, I think that the what is this fucking called? The twine. The twine gives me like my wedding vibes, because back in the day I did like country, kind of like a little country chic, shabby chic wedding. And so the twine was like a big part of my candles that I had on my wedding. So it just gives me that wedding vibe. So I was like super cute. And then freaking gorgeous candle. Like, I'm proud of myself. I'm sorry, but I'm fucking proud. Like, that is a clean looking candle. She kind of poofs a little bit at the center with the wick, like a little nipple, but other than that, there's no cracks. Like, it's perfect. She's perfect. So what I'm going to go ahead and do before I start shipping these babies out is I'm going to heat the top layer of this wax, throw on some herbs, some dried herbs, just to make it pretty, and then let it sit and dry, because it won't take that long to sit and dry, and then they will be good to go. So it's not going to be a completely naked candle. Like, there will be herbs in them, because that's me. Like, I freaking love doing herbs in my candles. But I just think it's the sweetest thing ever. So cute, and I'm so proud. So this is my 9-ounce candle. This is how it looks. The 12 ounces are going to look the same. Really, really exciting. But here's the thing, you guys. So when I was making the labels, I did them through Canva, and I printed out just like a first run so I could see. So this is for my 9-ounce jars, and then this is for my 12 ounce. I actually redid the labels. So today I was actually making candles. I made like, I don't know, 13 candles, I think I made extra on top of the 10 of these that I already have. But I redid the label because I really wanted to incorporate the fact that I read tarot, and why not put tarot into the candles? Like, that's what I freaking do. That's what I'm known for. So I ended up redoing these labels, and it's not going to be super easy to see right off the bat, but this one, Moonrise, has a moon on it, the moon card from the tarot. So I like it. I think it looks really cute. I'm not going to redo the labels on these 10 that I've already done. So they're gonna be, you'll see the difference. I put the label for the sake of this video because this is my tester candle for another scent. Well, it's the same scent, it's just from a different company. But this is mine. I'm keeping it for myself. But I wanted to see how it looked with the little tarot card. So as you can see, it's just a little image of the moon, and then you have, you know, my logo obviously, and all of the same information. Really, really cute. This one is the same scent, like I said, lavender and sage, but it has a different scent to it from this company's smell. And I kind of like this one better because it's like more linen-y, like fresh linen. This one is more lavender. So I do like this one too for that sake. So I think what I'm gonna do is buy both. Like, I'm gonna order both scents. And when I do my line, I'm gonna make sure I list it in there if it's like more of like a fresh linen kind of a smell, or if it's more of like a lavender and sage smell. But anyway, so this is my Moonrise candle, and it's the first one I ever did. I freaking love it. This is probably my signature candle because it's the moon, and then also it's lavender. Like that's the whole point. The whole point of this candle thing was I wanted a lavender candle that I made that I could sell for people to have and enjoy, especially because a lot of you guys who follow me are readers, you're healers, you're Reiki healers, you're into the spiritual, you're probably into tarot. And I figure, why not have one of my candles on your table when you're, you know, reading cards or whatnot? So that's like the whole point of me doing these beautiful little candles. But anyways, the 12-ounce jars will have the same thing. And I have a couple other scents that are going to be put up also on the shop. I have a coconut and lime scent. And then I also have a black raspberry vanilla scent, which I'm excited for. Usually I don't go for the fruity ones, but it's summertime, so I figured like we need a little bit of fruit in our life. And then I also have some fall scents that I already purchased that I'm gonna be bringing out, you know, obviously for October and November. So so definitely looking forward to that too, but little by little. And I don't know, these may not even be sold. Like people may not even want them, but if they do, they're gonna have a piece of me with them. And that's just the whole point. That's what I get so excited for when I think about this, is that people are gonna have my candle on their table when they're doing readings, or when they're doing a Reiki healing, or when they're just like having it on their bedside table to meditate. It's a piece of me with them, and I just love that idea, and I just think it's so sweet. So super excited for this whole journey, and I can't wait to launch it. It's most likely going to be launched within the next day or so. And I'm excited. I'm also very, very nervous because it is summertime. So summertime and shipping candles. I don't know how that is going to go. I'm going to cross my fingers that everything works out perfect, but hey, it's trial and error, right? But I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. And I'm just very hopeful that everything is going to work out perfect. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, so that's like the whole candle biz, that whole talk. Still definitely doing readings. Like the main focal point of Cackling Moon is my readings, obviously. But the candle thing is just something for me to do on the side. It's something to kind of divert my attention away from doing readings and like, you know, life. It's just like a nice way to escape and do a hobby, like have a hobby. And that's what I need, you know, a hobby, but also like, why not have a hobby that's going to bring in some extra cash? So that's what I'm all about. I'm totally for that. But whether it gets popular or not, if it gets popular, like too popular, like I don't know how that's gonna go. But if it doesn't get popular, that's cool too, because I won't feel as pressured to like constantly be like supplying stuff. So my candles are literally going to be, they're out when they're out. I'm not gonna have any pressure on myself to have them done or have a certain amount. It's just like if there's 4 candles in one flavor and that's it, or flavor in one scent and that's it, you know? Because candle making, and all of you guys who make your own candles, you know, this is an expensive hobby. It's not cheap. It's definitely expensive. You are definitely investing, your time, energy, and money into getting the stuff to do this, but it's also very rewarding. And there's just nothing like seeing something that like you could potentially fucking buy this at a store and it's just like, I made it. So it's just exciting. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. It's really, really long. If you guys stuck through this entire video with me, thank you. I love you. If you didn't, that's okay. But until then, I will see you guys in my next video. And like I said, within a day or two, these babies are going to be popping up on my website. So if you want one, you will find it on my website, thecacklingmoon.com. If they sell out real fast, I apologize. If they don't, cool. But it is what it is. And first come, first serve. So talk to you guys soon. Love you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.